It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And front and center is Sam Laporta. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Lions and the Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway on a Monday night.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete. And you look at the Saints' defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looks to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Marsh. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
He'll buy some time right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Saints at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And you look at the Saints' defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Third and 2, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
This is taken at about the 14. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Goff.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got them to football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
That is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Shedding the tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you get it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the time.
Touchdown! Taysom Hill, 29 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Goff. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. Man open, here is Jones. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. Touchdown, Saints. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 21-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That is caught by Laporta.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Goff now looking to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Goff.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Second down and 4.
Play action. It's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marsh. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again. Goff. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. Caught on the slant, and in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went with the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action here on first down. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And this one is right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Marsh. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
Now Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take...
He's got a man complete.
Down the left sideline. Chris Olave.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
88 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 24. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives From that distance, what an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards there and a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Goff. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away there on third down, the pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way."
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now to throw.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. He lets it go deep for Olave. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Chris Olave.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Throwing again is Goff. That's complete right around the 8. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Goff. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25. Now the focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Rolling to his right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Dicker down and tack on the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Goff now looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Marsh.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Yards.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and long. It's gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Pete Werner. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. Staying up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation